Hello and a very good evening. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Can I share with you, as I was getting my count into the show there, my vision mixer always does, the last thing he said just before we went live was, put your mic live now, Ben, so no more panting. That's what he said to me. Can you work out why I was panting? It's very deadpan as well. I'm going to put your mic live now, so no more panting.
Like you do.
Welcome to the show. It isn't launched. I've got the wrong cards. It's Colour Me Happy. However, I ran out of Colour Me Happy cards. But listen, it's kind of like a colour my launch, because we have got all the goodies as far as Colour Me Happy is concerned. Inkpad extravaganza. However, we do also have to touch on this amazing launch today as well. Brand new Sheena goodies. So over the course of the next couple of hours, if you already purchased the a little bit quirky stamps and the fantastic Sheena shaders, then you've got the opportunity to ask questions, pick up more ideas, more hints, tips and inspiration. If you haven't yet got them, your opportunity to grab them. And as I say, we'll come on to the Inkpads as well through the show. I have never seen so many ink pads and stencils under my counter as I've got tonight. So really a bit of an Inkpad 101 plus some launch thrown in for good measure, and hopefully lots of interaction from you guys too. As I've said, it is not just me. It's great this week actually, because we've got 2 days of Sheena. Sheena Wednesdays are back this Wednesday, but we've also got Sheena in the building now. And we've got a real mix of our crafty experts this week. We've got the fish coming in. We've got Debbie Robinson later in the week. We've also got Tiffany's back. And of course, we've got the start of our new schedule on Wednesday, more about which I will tell you later. But let us reintroduce you to the lovely lady who is here to inspire you with her brand new range and also inspire you with her new dungarees. It is the one and only Sheena Douglass, still rocking the dungas. Rock on, Tommy!
Rock on, Tommy!
Rock on, Tommy!
That's what I wanted to do all day.
Yeah, they don't stretch though,
I've
yours, do they?
resisted all day. Right up. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm chipper.
Yeah.
I'm tickety-boo, and I'm happier in me sloth dungarees.
Yeah.
The future are dungarees. I want a pair of dungarees for every day of the week now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the future.
They're so comfortable. I had a pair of dungarees quite a few years ago, and I used to wear them all the time.
I don't want to ever wear anything else now.
No.
Yeah, I want me going out dungarees.
Yeah.
Me staying in dungarees. Possibly me bed dungarees. Just dungarees for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wednesday, new set of dungarees coming your way too.
Yeah.
But this new launch has been so incredibly popular. I know we'll get you to delve into it in great detail in just a second, but for those of people who missed it, just tell us about your brand new launch.
Well, they are based on a bit of urban sketching, which is another breakout way of of cool sketching. You know, the art world and the crafting world, it's always been part of my world. And I don't see the two things as separate. I see a bridge between the two. And I've always been happy to kind of try and to be the bridge between the two. Yeah. And encourage you across these bridges in an easy way, because you can do all that stuff works between the two. I hate that the terminology and that scary thing that sometimes puts you off. And that's the bit that I've always tried to kind of to get rid of. So things like terms like en plein air, which is just drawing outside.
Yeah.
So part of that en plein air thing is urban sketching. So it means going outside and drawing buildings and people and sketching in coffee shops and things. And you'll see if you look online, people will share that their sketchbooks, and they'll do little sketches in a cafe of a teacup or a coffee cup and what they're eating, or people that are just sitting there, and they're not perfect, but they look really cool. Yeah. And they've got life about them, and they've got colour about them, and the lines are a bit squiggly, and the perspective's not great, but they look really energetic and fun. And that's what these are based on, as the buildings not being architecturally sound, because seriously, that lamppost there, if you're walking past that pub that you don't want to get too close.
Do you remember the advert in the 80s? Mr. Sun.
Mr. Sun, only water. Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
boom.
And the lamppost was like bending and
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it?
Isn't it? There's pavement and everything. And
Yeah.
it was that kind of thing. Brilliant. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. You wouldn't mind it because if the plant pot would fall off and Mr. Socks would just bounce back
Yeah,
up.
backs off. Yeah, exactly.
You'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't want to get too close. But yeah, that's what it's like. And so I've played around with the perspective and distorted it. So it looks like a pub, but it's a bit quirky.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, fun. And so that tells you, have fun with the colour. Have fun when you're colouring them in. So there's some iconic buildings. There's like a pub. So, you know, if you love somebody who likes to socialise and get together and, you know, reminisce about the local that maybe isn't there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Or, you know, that was like, oh, it's, you know, remember when. They're the kind of things that you can send to male, female, and, you know, remember the good old days. And then there's cute little black and white houses there, which are, if you like a kind of, you know, if you like a film that's maybe set in a shire, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or you like a wizardy type film.
Yes,
you know?
I know what you mean.
Or you just like that kind of Tudory building, or you like something maybe for Halloween, or
Well,
anything
what a
like
haunted
that.
house you made earlier.
Well,
It was
what about
incredible.
the haunted house? Yeah, look at that we had to play with earlier on. Ooh. Just draw some spooky, wibbly-wobbly ghosts coming out of the house there.
Who are you going to call?
A little bit of ink in, and these are the ink pads we've got on the show, so that's perfect fit for this show. We did a little bit earlier on, but we can do something else like that again, can we not? So have a bit play with them. They're for all year. The church, you know, weddings, christenings, that kind of thing, and also Christmas. Put a bit of snow on the roof. Perfect for a bit of snow on the roof. You can put snow on the tree. You can pop a little Christmas tree in the foreground. Bet you've got a Christmas tree die.
Yeah, absolutely you have.
I'm guessing if you've watched these shows a few times, you'll have one in your stash.
Yes.
I'm guessing. Pop that in the foreground. Wibbly wobbly church in the background. Bit of snow on the roof. With the with your glue, with your gouache, something like that. Perfect. And then we've got your shopping, bit of retail therapy there, the bunting. And you know what? That looks fabulous. One of the cards has got a bit of glossy highlights on there.
Yeah, on the post box.
Fabulous. We'll show you that. And so that's part of it. The stamps are part of it. And the stamps are what you see is what you get. That's it. That photopolymer stamped perfectly. A6, lots of greetings on there as well. But the next bit's something a bit different.
The pens, yes.
And now for something completely different. So these are the shaders, right? These are Sheena shaders. This is what they look like in the box, right? That's what the box is like. Now, what I've done is I've put together 3 pens for you and the highlighter pen. And it's to create a concept for you, to make colouring and shading more impactful and look more arty. So when you, often when you look at a coloured image and it looks a bit flat, you've got all the colours right, everything looks great, but it doesn't have dimension and impact. So you think, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to do? What's the problem? It's mostly because you haven't got the tonal variation there. So it hasn't got dark areas and it hasn't got light areas and everything in between. So what these do is you've got a light, a medium and a dark version of a warm grey, same with a cool grey and same with a green grey. And this is to colour in, to put the colour down before you start putting the shade down before you start putting your colour down. Now these are alcohol pens and they're going to go under your water-based colouring product, Ben. So one will not interfere with the other.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll explain how that works when we start playing with them. But it's a great way of getting depth and contouring into your images. So if you look at this one here, let me find you one of the images. If you look at this one here, and then I bring an example in like this, can you see how much impact this has got there? Because I've got all the shading. Let's see underneath this roof where we've got at the side of this chimney stack here. That's where the shaders were put down. So that was just a wash over there, but that's given it that shading. At the side of this little pillar box there, the post box, that's given it the shading at the side. The roof, I've put some shading at the side of this.
Yeah.
So all these little bricks underneath here, at the side of this little part here, the pens were put down and then the painting on the top. So it gave it the shading and then I put the colour on top. And that's what gave it all that life, but also the depth and contouring. So that's what we're going to show you how that works as well.
It's a very cool concept. If you want to pick up the full collection, we'll get the details up for you on the screen. The full showstopper is everything that you've just seen in one easy to check out bundle for £32 or $44. A lot of the stock went earlier actually in the early show. We will do a bit of counting and keep you up to date as far as that's concerned as we head through the show, but you can still get everything. What a lot of people were doing was getting the showstopper and then adding in more of those pens as well, because I think they're going to become your best friend. And certainly if you go back and watch the previous show, you will pick up so many hints, tips and ideas. Let's say a few hellos before we get going. Superstar Stooges on the socials. And Pat is in saying hi everyone from a warm New Jersey. Georgianne says, hi Ben and Sheena from Clearwater, Florida. I love watching Sheena's demos and her artistry. Hello to Carletta Morris, who says hello. Hello. Fred's in, saying greetings from California. Hello. Hello, Phil Watson. Hello, Dale N, who says good morning from the San Francisco East Bay. Sunny day today in the Bay. Sounds like a radio DJ there, didn't I? It's sunny in the Bay. Cat Butt is in, saying hi, Ben and Sheena, team et al. Sheena is helping me so much. Oh, no. My friend's dog, Barry, died today. Barry the collie, aged 14. Oh, that is sad news.
Oh, that's awful.
Hopefully we can cheer you up a little bit over the course of this show. Sherry Miller says, woohoo, best time of the week, it's Sheena time. It's Sheena time. Clarice says, hi all from South Carolina, got my Sheena showstopper ordered. Yes. Yay, I get to watch the whole show, says Carol Garwood Beard. I'm excited. Christine Mahoney's in. Lynn Morton's in. Sherry says, you look adorable in your dungarees, Sheena. We never hear that name. What, Sheena or dungarees? Hi also to Lynn, who says you can use these stamps and put them to any time. I love them. You can any time of the year, any season. Yep. Stephanie says, I saw some of the first show this morning, but not the finished pic with the ghosts. Very cool, Sheena.
Ah, thank you. Stephanie. Yeah, it's a fun one, that one. You can put little bats as well. Would be cool in that one for Halloween. Really cool.
Maggie, this is a shout as well. See, my dad's from Derbyshire, from Chesterfield, massive Chesterfield fan, so I know what you're talking about here because I go to Chesterfield quite a lot with him. She says Sheena could do with drawing the crooked spire at Chesterfield. Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't.
It's quirky before you start. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Google the spire. Yeah, our studio audience. Sorry, we've got studio audience in. The spire's like that. It's one of only two places in the whole country that has a church with a crooked spire. It's Chesterfield. The other one is Ermington in South Devon. They've got a crooked spire as well.
We have to get the vans pointing that direction then.
Yes! Get in the crafty mystery mobile.
The crafty mystery mobile with
yeah.
little mini Scooby-Doo there.
Yeah, because you've got your very own Scooby-Doo,
of
course, as well.
Yeah.
Willow's in the studio. If you shout loud enough, she might make an appearance later on.
Yeah.
Shout. Now you know why I got told to stop panting. Good morning to Tess. He says, I'm so grateful for crafters publishing the schedule ahead of time so I can finally plan my work around the shows. I love watching you two together, says Lisa P, because I get my dose of classic British pop culture. Yes, Yay. You certainly do. Great, mate. And Mary Kay Knoll says... Hey?
It's pop-tastic,
It's pop-tastic, mate. Yeah. Mary Kay Knoll says, hello again. I'm hoping my colouring skills will improve. I tell you what, they cannot help but improve when you've got Sheena in the building. What was I doing there? When you've got Sheena in the building. Trisha's in from Reno. Jane's joined us. And also Wendy Graham says, hi, Ben, Sheena and team and all the crafters. I think we're ready to rock and or roll. Let us get going. Any questions, any comments, anything you want to know Inkpad-wise as well, feel free to shout up. But let's delve and dive into the set. We're off to the pub first, aren't we?
Yes, we're off to the pub.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit more time consuming. I've got to give you that disclaimer. Let me show you the simple way. I've already done it, so let me talk you through the simple way. First thing to know, right? Watercolour card.
Oh, what?
What? But hang on, hold the phone. Alcohol pens and watercolour card. Whoa! Yes, because the alcohol pens are purely serving as a shadow undercoat in just parts of this image. Not the whole image, just little bits where we need a dark area for the colour to sit on top of. So it's a small feature of the finished result. We need to cater for the main part of the image, and so the watercolour trumps the alcohol. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And by using alcohol underneath, when we put the watercolour on, it won't disturb the alcohol colour because it's different medium. so it won't go muddy and it won't lift it up. So it'll sit on top of. So it's mixed media and that's good. Okay? So that's fine. And believe it or not, if you stamp it with the waterproof dye, I have not had that ink move yet with the alcohol pens. Go figure, on the watercolour card. Let me show you one we did earlier. That church there, see? All this here, all these grey areas, all done with the alcohol pens.
Here we go, coming in.
Yeah, all done with the alcohol pens. And look, the line work is fine. All good.
Yeah,
see?
There we go. That is a close-up inspection as well. There you go, see?
Yeah, brilliant close-up work. I thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So we're good. So watercolour card, important. Alcohol, the waterproof dye, I used Flagstone, just like that one. And all you can do is stamp it, then we're going to colour it in with the do the shadows with the pens. Let me show you quickly, Nicola, if that's all right, just quickly how we do that one before we do to that one. So the simple version on this one here would be start with, I'm going to use the mid-tone to start with. I'm going to think of where the darkest shadows would absolutely be on this. So if you think under eaves, right, under eaves is definitely going to cast a shadow, isn't it? It's going to have a dark area underneath where these eaves are. Yeah. And so just a line like that. And then I've already got that cast shadow there. And there's a one here, and possibly at the edge of this little drain pipe going down here. We'll have a shadow there. Maybe behind where this little post box is, at the base of the post box, even at the side of the post box. See how I'm just going around underneath there, and we've already got some shading going on underneath the windowsill. Yeah. So just, you don't have to think, oh, well, is that absolutely right? Is that going to be the exact placement of the shadow? It's your picture. Exactly, yeah. And it's your call, but just think, where would there likely be a shadow? We'll put a shadow underneath this wibbly wobbly bit at the bottom. Yeah. And that's all you're going to do. You're going to go across and you're going to think, right, there's a little ridge there, so we can put a shadow being cast there. And then you can think, right, let's put the lighter tone. Let's make this side lighter, darker there and there, so that the lighter bits maybe... It's already coming. Sorry? It's already like... It's already, isn't it? Popping. Jump off the page, yeah. And look how quick it's coming together, Ben. We can say, let's use the mid one in the doorway. But you know what? You might think, hang on, we might want to go even darker in the doorway. So you can go with the dark one on top of that and say, right, let's just go for it. Let's just make that totally dark there. You can have your windows light or dark. If you want to go really dramatic, you can just go and say, let's do that. But you could have used as well, I've used the warm brown. Probably a better choice here would have been the blue one, because you've got like a bluey cast to your windows. But I had that in my hand, so it's not the end of the world. So that's fine as well. So put some little bits here. We can maybe, if you want to darken that. So see, if you want to go over it again and darken it even further, yeah, you can put a little cast shadow. So that's all you're going to do with these markers. You might want to think, well, we'll do a little bit of the brickwork. Let's emphasize a little bit of these bricks so that some of them are going to stand out. So all you're doing is you're putting that little groundwork down there, technically the shadow. Let's make this side of the building a little bit more in shadow, and let's make this little bit here in shadow, and maybe this little domed bit here, and you could even come a little bit down there like that, across there to there, and that'll do there. So part of that's a bit darker, and then maybe we'll do the roof. But can you see how we're just really, we're not worrying about too much. I've gone to the bluey colour now, and I'm just coming out from there. And already we've got that building that looks pretty cool. Yeah. Without doing much to it. I forgot to put my little bit of paper behind it, so don't forget to put your little bit of paper. Right, that looks like it's got so much depth already. It does. Just with the markers, but nothing's been fully coloured in because I want to leave some space to put the colour on there. Okay. That's what the shaders are going to do for you. Okay. Right, so with this one, another option you can do is you can stamp it out in a very pale colour, and you can start playing with your own line work. So I've got 3 art liners here. I've got a 0.3, 0.5, and even the brush liner. So the 0.3 is where I want things to look much finer, so a much finer line. So if I want to say start doing kind of little images like around the window like this. Look at how careful I'm not being here. And look at how
I love that. Look at how careful I'm not being.
How I'm not being.
Yes.
How great this isn't looking.
Yeah.
This is important. This is really part of the whole thing, right? This is what your urban sketchers would be doing. This kind of look here. There wouldn't be. One of the quotes from urban sketching is, "Life's too short to count window panes." And it's true. What they're doing is they're trying to capture the essence of the building quickly and effectively, all right, and sometimes they're drawing people, and people don't hang around. They're not going to be standing posing for you. So you're really trying to get them in there as effectively, and the impression of a person rather than a full figure who's going to be, waiting until you've got everything down there perfectly. And so what I'm doing here, I don't want to just basically mirror what I've got on here, or you may as well just stamp it. I'm thinking I might want to change it up a little bit. So do your own thing. Go outside the lines and change it up a little bit. We'll do these windows as well. Very, very scribbly.
Love it. What do they call themselves? Urban what? Urban
sketching,
Just
yeah.
think that sounds like such a cool
But you see,
thing
I'm not
to
doing
do.
full lines, Ben. I'm holding the pen bit further back.
Yeah.
And I'm doing part lines, yeah? And it looks more arty. I'm doing kind of the impression of a scroll, but not the full scroll. So a little kind of like, as if it's got a little movement to it, but not the whole thing. We'll give it a little suggestion of a street sign there.
Which one of your outliners are you using there
I'm
again?
using here the 0.3.
Okay.
And I would say start thinner.
Yeah.
Because then you can always kind of thicken the lines if you want. And sometimes, you don't want to go thicker, because you can always, you can scribble over that line as well. And it looks good if you multi-scribble the line. So we've got that there. We can just maybe continue with that. So again, I don't want it to be even as neat as the stamp I've done. And I'm not even going to do those little ridges on the top. Let's just do a quick thing across the top there. The chimneys. And let's do a straight chimney top like that on this one. But can you see I'm being really quick here, deliberately really quick. Mm-hmm. A, because I want to show you more. And B, I want you to see how you don't have to spend ages to hopefully have it look pretty cool.
There's lots of love coming through for it. Carol says, loving the techniques, amazing. Hi, Lindsay Travaskis, who's joined us. Pat says, Sheena is a wonderful teacher. And Kat Butt says, when I started the AOC, I only had limited supplies. If it ran, it ran. Just play with the colour with my family now. Thank you, Sheena, says Kat. And Beth Valone says, good afternoon/evening to crafty friends. I'm just thinking as well, like for people who are getting this collection today, if they haven't yet got the art line, they kind of need to go in the basket as well, Sheena, don't they, I think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those, the shaders are just absolutely, they are so cool, the shaders. Because they really are going to allow you to see how you can get your head around that tonal thing. And it's not easy to understand that tonal value thing, the black and white thing. But it makes a huge difference to your artwork when you get it. When you get that aspect of it. So can you see how there's much less detail by doing this? I'm leaving loads out, but I think it looks pretty cool like that. It looks more like a sketch.
Yeah.
I put the detail in for you because, that's what you pay for. That's what you want from me. But it doesn't mean you have to have it all in there by just stamping. And I should say that the ink pad I used was the opaque ink pad.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you what we've got in the set and which one would work for that. A pale colour for sure. And again, you don't have to use the brickwork and where I've put it. You can put it where you want. And these bits here, I'm just going to simplify these bits at the side because there's a lot going on with these pillars down here with all these windows that are going on here. So I'm just going to simplify them as well. And we've got the big pub window down here. So I'm just going to see how I'm missing so much out, and I'm really not being careful at all. But I'm also not bothered at all.
Face bothered?
Bothered? I ain't bothered.
I'll show you all the ink pads we've got. Well, it's not all of them because we've got tons. I'll show you the opaque pigment ink pads.
There's about 500 ink pads on the show.
We've got water reactive, quick dry, shimmer gold, duet, original shimmer, pigment. I think that's it, isn't it? Colour bloom. Is colour bloom on? Is it? Oh yeah, duet. Ink. Oh yeah, we've got the colour blooms. I mean, we've got them all. You want them? You want to have them on the show today? And we've got star buys galore. And actually on a lot of the ones which aren't star buys, I did some Moseby maths earlier and worked out that on the shimmer ink pads, pigment ink pads, the duets, you get loads free within the bundle basically. So it's a good opportunity to stock up, or indeed try some of the different ranges. Give them a go.
And you know what, you can mix and match then as well.
Yeah.
Which is nice because, you know, if I was using them, which will be shortly, I would be mixing some of the, you know, the shimmer with the matte ones, and that's what makes them more interesting than just everything matte or everything shimmer. I like to mix it up, you know.
Lucine says the art liners are sold out. Ooh.
Art liners are sold out, wow.
Sheena.
Uh-oh.
Gonna blame you for that.
Uh-oh.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think when you see things like this that you can do, you get it though, don't you? They're just fun, aren't they? I'm going to extend this out a little bit more as well, because why not? Because you can. So all you're going to do is just extend your little pathway a little bit more like that. Can you see? You can just pull it out a little bit further if you want. And then we'll just do that little wibbly wobbly there. And then just some of the impressions of the things on the street. And then you can put a little bit of a thicker pen for the lamppost if you want, or just keep on with that one and go over and strengthen some of the lines in a minute, where if you wanted to look more in the foreground, you would use like a thicker line. But this hasn't taken too long actually, Ben. You know, we've speed scribbled, and that's important because it is a scribble. And
but I think that almost gives people hope as well for, like, you know, people who say, oh, I'm not very good at you know, drawing, not very good at this kind of thing. I think the fact that you are just having a bit of a scribble, and you've got the basis there to start you off, haven't you?
Oh, you know what? This is the thing. You have to just, if you do draw and you draw precisely and carefully, it's a very hard thing to do, to just say, right, just scribble.
Yeah.
That's a difficult thing. So, but it's good to do that because it's good for people to see that. Just give yourself permission to do that, because that's how you're going to get that different look. It's much looser, and it's more fun, you know, to do that. So yeah, just go for it. Grr, go on. Grr,
go on, get in there. You're great. Sherry Miller also says, this is a brilliant idea. Sheena, you teach us how to shade, and you keep the shading in the watercolour by using an alcohol pen that won't bleed. It is genius. It is genius, Nicola. And Suzanne Elliott says, hi, Sheena, Ben, and everyone else. Sarah Muir's also joined us. Beth Valone is watching as well. We have got a lot of people watching this evening, so thank you, everybody. If you love a bit of Colour Me Happy, by the way, Sheena is bringing it back again on Wednesday. Another Colour Me Happy coming your way on Wednesday. And a must-see craft along where Sheena has to do as she's told for an hour and follow a plan.
Man, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Sticking to plan for a whole hour.
Will Sheena be able to stick to the plan? Will she finish the craft along in time?
.com, notworried.com at all. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Right, aye, like man.
Right, aye, easy man. Right, so that, if we show you the stamp, it should look a lot more loose if I've got one already done there. Let me see if I can find one already stamped out of the pub. Right, well, maybe you can see that one's a lot more detail. Can you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
How much more detail there is in there?
Yeah.
But that looks pretty cool, and we can play with that. Should we colour that in with the shaders? Yeah.
Let's get in with the shaders.
Yeah, there's a little bit there. Shaders. It sounds like it should be a Saturday night thing, isn't it? Introducing the shaders.
Sheena's shaders.
Right. So we're going to use the blue-grey. Let's use the blue-grey, and let's use that for the dark in the door. Because it's dark in there. Right, that's the doorway done. Thank you very much.
What's your pub called?
Sorry?
What's the pub called?
I don't know what we could.
Name suggestions for Sheena's pub, please, on the socials.
What are we calling it?
What would they call it?
Pubs,
Under?
yeah.
Trying to think of like a crafty Sheenery pub name. The Crafter's Rest is a good one. I like that.
That's a good one, yeah.
I'm trying to think of like, because you always get like, there's like the red line, isn't there? And you get like the dog and duck. Someone will come up with something good in the comments, I'm sure. I'm feeling very. Having set the challenge, I'm feeling very uninspired. I'm thinking of crafty pub names.
Yeah. Right then. Not as easy as we thought then, Ben.
No, it isn't.
That's silenced us both, hasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we did not think that one through.
Still thinking.
Okay. We'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah, just hoping some comments come through on that one next. Any minute now. We'll go with the Crafter's Rest. I really like that.
Crafter's Rest, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Of course it's the Crafter, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. Of course it is, Malcolm. Right. So we're putting the green now on the tree bits.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the green's quite dark, so I'm just going with the lighter green to start with, and then we can always darken it if we want. So just little fluffy kind of like movementy bits like that. And we should do a little bit of glow on that bit. And
that's not a pub name, Jamie. The Crafting Cauldron.
Crafting Cauldron.
No, it can't be a Crafting Cauldron.
Yes, of course. What were we thinking?
Mary Kate Knoll says there's a bar nearby me called the Crafty Cow.
The Crafty Cow?
Yeah.
Oh, cheers for that.
It's a bar / restaurant.
I like it. The Crafty Cow.
Oh, dear.
Nice. Right, so what I'm doing, I'm just going to go, and now I'm going to do some shading around these bits here. Right, you know, little bits where I think that might be a little bit of a shadow anywhere, and just chunk it up again.
Yeah.
Do some dark out and where these little latticey bits are, because they'll be casting a shadow in there and down the side of these pillars here.
I'm hoping, like, if people watch back this show today, Sheena, and watch what you did earlier on, I feel like, you know, you're really giving confidence to people that this is quite an achievable way to do things, and hopefully nice and easy to follow, to be able to do what you're doing. Because you get so many comments come through where people go, oh, Sheena makes it look so easy, and you do, but hopefully what you've taught people today, it should be fairly easy to follow and recreate, right?
Well, I hope so, because that's what it's for. It's for you guys to go, oh yeah, you know what, I can follow that, and I think I could do that. And that's what it's all about, for sure. So yes, please, like, you know, just follow that and look and see how what the difference that makes. Just those little bits of the pen, and now we've got bits ready to put a little bit of colour on there.
Yeah. And
have a bit of fun with it. And the other thing to mention is, you know, if you want to sell these, put them in frames and everything, there's very little of my stuff there now. You've made that so much different by drawing over with a pen, and I prefer that. I'll actually like that better than the original one with all that
Yeah.
extra, that detail. I think it looks more loose and it looks more lively and more fun. So we're almost ready to pop a little bit of fun colour on there, and I think we should. And so let's use some ink pads. Shall we use some ink pads for that?
Yeah.
I think we should use. So we have a choice of ink pads. We've got some, we've got opaque pigment and we've got water reactive.
Yeah.
And I think we'll have a look at both of them because
Okay.
I usually don't use, you know, if I haven't got one colour in one, I'll mix it up with the other one because if they're water based, they'll all play nice together, Ben. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go probably funky colours here. I'm going to go bright, and let's see what we've got colour-wise. Well, we've got straw bale, which we could play with in the opaque pigment. Now, I'm going to water it down, so the opacity is going to be less. So I'm not as worried about that than I might be if it was going to be less, you know, using it from the ink pad.
Yeah.
So definitely use a bit of straw bale. I'm going to use a bit of a warmer tone in there. I'm trying to think what else I could use as a warmer version. Still looking. Actually, we've got straw bale and water reactive, so we'll use that. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, whilst you're looking and choosing, here's some pub names. I knew you guys wouldn't let me down at home. The Crafty Corner Pub, Mary Cake and I like that.
Fab.
How about the Shady Retreat for the pub? I like
Nice.
that, Jill. Because of the shaders. The shaders would be in the Shady Retreat,
Shady
wouldn't
retreat, I like it.
Hillary, who's got Holly the Collie, says the pub should be called the Collie and Craft. I like it.
Nice.
Caroline F says, what about the Wonky Arms?
The what do you have?
The Wonky Arms.
Wonky arms.
And Lisa P says, the Wonky Honky Tonk.
Honky tonk.
What is a honky tonk? Is that like a music bar, is it?
Yeah, wasn't it? Like, yeah, it was. Like, this should have been like the 1920s, wasn't it? There was like that kind of, yeah.
It's both a bar that provides country music.
Oh, what, sorry?
A bar that provides country music for the entertainment of its patrons, apparently. I do like Maria's, the Ale and Crafter, and also my favourite, I think, Deborah Durant.
Deborah Durant.
The Arty Sloth.
The Arty Sloth.
Yes.
I like it, yeah, that's it, the Arty Sloth. The
Although
Arty
if the
Sloth.
sloth was doing it, it would take a very long time. Have you chosen your colours?
I think sort of, yeah.
You could pick another one off the shelf. If you want to pick a different colour, or
It's a bit limited. You know, we've got quick dry as well, which isn't going to work. I was going to go like kind of warm colours. We're going to do red colours, but I haven't got any red. I'm lacking red. There's always Bordeaux. Like we could do a bit of Bordeaux.
You know.
Opaque.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to go with these. I'm going to go straw bale, bit of Bordeaux, possibly a bit of pink tulip. Yeah, let's just see. I'm just going to throw some colour at it. Okay, let's just do it. So, the roof. Let's do a little bit of. Let's start with the roof. That'll be easy. So I'm wetting the roof here. A little bit of water just over there like that, and let's go with a little bit of midnight. A little bit of bluey roof there, just a touch. I'm going to use very little colour on this because I just want it to just be a wash of colour. I want those little shaded colours to show through that we've put on there. So just that's more than enough. Okay, that's the roof done. You could also put a touch in some of the windows if you wanted with that to give that little glass impression on some of them. But that's it. So we're going really watercolour-y here. Well, let's go with straw bale.
Lovely message from Alex who says, I'm loving the show. I love the idea of just sketching as the art I have always done and do is so precise and detailed. I do find it hard to loosen my style up. I think I might need to get the showstopper, says Alex.
Yeah, cool, Alex.
So loosen it up a bit, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's about. It's just, and that's it. Give yourself permission to just mess around with it and not be perfect. And that's when it's going to actually look cooler that way, I think. So what I'm doing is I've mixed a touch of that. I'll tell you the colours in a sec because I've mixed a couple here. And I'm dropping little bits of one colour in with another colour just to have a bit of fun with it and have some darker and some lighter. And it just makes it look a bit more interesting, doesn't it? Bits of this reddy colour coming up in bits. And some of the yellowy colour. So I've got some Bordeaux in the opaque.
Yeah.
And I've got some of the straw bale. And it might be the water reactive. And then we'll pop a little bit of more the Bordeaux in these bits here. Because this is more like a woody kind of bit down here. But again, not bothered about being too careful about them. And these little bits are more like red panels in the bottom, like that. Again, notice how careful I'm not being.
Exactly right.
And again, it looks. I just think that looks really cool the way it is. We can pop some little bits of Bordeaux. Too strong. If it's too strong, just add a little bit of water to it, and we can put some little brick kind of markings.
Yeah.
In amongst it like that, if you want.
Sarah says we should call it the painted in, where everyone has an easel outside painting and then pops in for refreshments and an ink refill. Lol. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Maybe like like a Sheena's pub crawl, going around all the pubs doing that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Georgianne says, what about Willow's whistle stop?
Yeah.
That's a good name.
That's a cool one. I like it.
Yeah. Willow's in the studio, by the way. She's looks like she's having a snooze.
Yeah.
I think she's been hypnotised by your sketching and colouring.
I think she's more like, oh, she's on again with that stuff. Oh, here we go again. Does she ever shut up?
Either that, or she's tired out from all of the tricks the crew were getting her to do.
Yeah.
She was pulling out all the tricks, wasn't she, earlier?
She's had a very exciting little holiday, bless her. Nearly finished. She's had some fab times, though.
You'll probably seem a bit dull now, won't it, going back home after all the little...
It's going to be weird. The house is probably going to look like a mansion, this bungalow. It's going to be like, what? Rattling around in it, aren't we?
But the thing is, every time you open the door, though, she's probably expecting like to see a new place, and like you open your door, she'll be like, oh, we're here again, are we?
No, we're just the same place.
Same place now.
That's rubbish. What? Yeah, I was expecting so much more. Right, so I'll do this little lamppost in this little greyish colour, this anthracite little bit. But again, I'm not going to keep to the lines too much. I don't want to overpaint it. I don't want to overwork it. I just want to keep it really simple. Do you know what I mean? It's not meant to stop. And we were talking about this, about how do you know when to stop? And that's the thing. It's like we laugh about this at home because, Maria will be doing something. It'll be like, okay, oh, that looks really good. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, it looks great. Okay, I'll just go and do something. Oh,
yeah.
No. And then come back in half an hour later. Well, that's that ruined. Oh, man. No. Oh, yeah. So there you go.
I think that looks perfect.
What do you reckon?
I love it.
That's really cute, don't you?
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you can do some little splatters and stuff on it. Shall we do that?
Here we go. Just do exactly what she said.
Oh, I know exactly. Let's say, yeah, this is exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah,
End of demo. Let's do some splatters.
Yeah, that's that ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that shouldn't have done that then, should I? Yeah.
I know, I quite like the splatters now.
Yeah. No, I think I quite like that. That looks quite cool. Trim that. It looks a little bit more life to it, don't you think?
As I say, the majority of the demos you've done today, I'd want to put a frame around them. I think they're really home decor. I know we obviously predominantly here to see sort of cars being made, but these just work so well, don't they, for home decor pieces
too? Yeah, really. And that's what these guys do who do the urban sketching. These are for cards, that's for wall art.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be really cool for you guys to have that look on a card because it's very fashionable. It's very it's a good look right now. It's what people are putting on their walls.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do enjoy watching Sheena's shows, says Caroline F, the crafty chimp. She says she makes it look so achievable. Susan Elliott says, hi, Willow. I'm so happy that you're with us. She's got a new ball as well, and she was nosies and everything. It was so cute. Kendall's joined us from Minnesota, and Caroline says, I do love seeing Sheena's chaotic desk. It makes me feel good.
It starts off with good intentions.
Yeah.
like tidy it up in between shows, and then yeah, look what happens.
You know, from the experiences that I've had crafting, you know, doing me little shows and stuff, are you even crafting if you're not making a mess? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, the worst part is tidying it up, but
yeah.
Jake won't mind, just leave it as it is. The Little Bit Quirky collection, you've got details on the screen here. If you want the pigment Inkpad Star by collection, I can give you the details of that as well. So these you'll obviously find on the Colour Me Happy page. Star by on this, it's like you're getting 12, but it's like you're getting 5 for free if I've done my maths correctly. Yeah. Moseby's maths. So all these colours, of course, again, your pigment ink pads, great for doing your blending with, great for doing your embossing, heat embossing techniques with as well. And this is your selection of colours this time. So green topaz, you've also got the seal brown. Then in there, you've got your spring meadow, midnight, at the oasis. Because that's Oasis, and that's, yeah, never mind. Okay. Damson wine, straw bale, Bordeaux, misty morning, pink tulip, anthracite, and then your sandstorm. It is nigh on. Oh, it's better than half price deal. If you're platinum, that is way better than half price. £32 or $48 for 12 ink pads is an incredible bundle, and I urge you to jump in and snap that up. Spectacular, this is Carol Garwood-Beard. It looks so easy, and these stamps are so fun, says Laurie Barnett. I need to order them. Well, Laurie, let's give you and everybody else the opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. And in the meantime, let's hopefully hear from a few of our team. First up, here's Tracy.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive market and suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Day to day looks like on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Welcome back. Laurie says, these stamps are so much fun. And Teresa Campbell says, I've just ordered the showstopper because I love the quirky houses.
Yay, thank you.
Keep grabbing the showstopper. I mean, stock-wise, you're fine. But, do jump in and grab today because I think, you know what, if you think, oh, I might jump and grab them, you might forget and then you come back. And I think the pens as well are going to disappear individually. A lot of people commenting about how much they've loved all of the hints, tips and techniques. Other things you definitely need to pick up on this show are, of course, your ink pads. We've got bundles galore. Water-active ink pads on a star buy, quick dry ink pads on a star buy, and also the Gold Shimmer ink pads. Now these, again, bit of Moseby's maths here, you are getting 3 for free within the bundle. This is the deal, by the way, that we did, oh no, I can't remember exactly when it was, but a few weeks back. Was it the Colour Me Happy anniversary where we said we would do this deal and that would be that for like 24 hours. And then I think mistakenly, no one's ever taken it off. And we are just rolling with it. We're thinking, you know what, if these deals are, going to be there, let's keep telling you about them. So, this isn't the right board. It's the wrong board. Have I picked up the silver ones? No, those are I've got the silver shimmer board. I'll just show you the colours here. Both are on deals, but the gold ones I haven't got the board for. But these are the colours that you're going to get in your Gold Shimmer. So you've got your Secret Garden. This is that beautiful peach terracotta, and of course, again with these, brilliant for blending. The gold shimmer that you'll get off these is just absolutely incredible. They are super juicy. Gilded Sky. You've got your Majestic Ruby, Flame Pink. I think a lot of these will work really nicely if you've picked up the Tropical Collection recently. You've also got your Midnight Shore in there, Cosmic Purple, and then last, but certainly no means least, the Golden Honey. $17.92 is what you save, $26.60 if you're shopping in the US, bringing that price to £24 or $36 if you are a platinum member. I think we're going to have a quick little look at these with Sheena. So the silver ones are on the show, the original ones, but these are the goldens. You can have a quick look at these.
Oh, I love those ones. I haven't got them over here.
Oh, haven't you? You want mine?
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I use yours?
I'm coming over.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is more like just for me. I want to have a play with these.
Ah.
Can we have a quick play?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes, Willow says yes.
Says yes.
Yes,
we
Willow.
can.
Yes,
Yeah.
Willow says
Cheers,
yes.
Ben.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you, Willow.
I was looking at my
She's lost the
ink pads
ball.
thinking, and you know when you look and go, I can't remember that one. And hang on, wait a minute, I can't remember that name either. And then, what's going on?
What's going down?
I've missed something here. I'm not quite up on this. Shall we have a, I'm good, right, okay, shall we have a bit of a go? Yeah.
And second now of the show, we're just going to be playing around with some ink pads, aren't we?
Yeah,
So,
is that all right?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me get a little thing, because I'm just thinking of like, just with this, I know you can do like nice little, background with little stripy bits, like, if you go diagonally, we could do a 70s kind of like fabulous disco thing going on. So this is gorgeous. The good thing about the shimmer, right? The shimmer. The clues are there. Hello, I don't think you need to expand
They're
on
shimmery, so you're onto a winner already, aren't you?
They're shimmery already, and they're super shimmery. So the thing is they're also opaque onto black card. So look at that on black card. So I'm using that the rectangular blender here, which will give you a linear kind of mark. So a different mark than the circular one. So I'm thinking you can get that kind of lightning bolt kind of woo.
Wowee, yes.
Isn't that cool? And it looks very, you know, like a 70s disco, doesn't it? I like that a lot. So that is the golden honey. Fabulous. So let's see what peach terracotta looks like.
Peach terracotta.
Woo. So I'm going to try and go that way on with that one. Nice. So we're going up from that side up towards the golden honey with this one. Come on, peach terracotta. I need to get that, you know, anti-stick thing, that.
The Anne's mat that she had,
I need that, yeah, definitely. You know, I think I've got one of those somewhere. I've got to clear up my room, yeah. I've got, you know, so much, I know I'm not alone. I've got stuff there that, you know, oh, it's so true. I am avoiding clearing out my craft room. Oh,
it's been a 3-week road trip to save doing any tidying up.
Yeah, I don't want to go back. Seriously, what Maria and I have got to face going back, we've got a whole studio to clear up. So
are you going back for one more day's holiday, then coming back here? Did you say?
We are going. We're going back after Wednesday night. Yeah. So look, this is just 2 colours. I think we need to play a bit more with these when we can, a little bit continue with this, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Because these are warm colours together. See, we've already got that.
Give them a little wiggle.
Cool thing going on there. It's kind of like a psychedelic leopard printy kind of thing, isn't it?
I'm getting glam rock vibes.
Skin.
I don't know why.
What, sorry?
Glam rock.
Glam rock, yeah. Oh, I can, the flares and everything, I can feel it happening now. Polyester, baby.
Polyester, baby.
It's a blockbuster, this one is.
That was a U2 album, wasn't it? Oh no, that was Achtung, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Polyester, baby.
Platform shoes.
Yeah.
Big hair.
Oh dear.
Oh, nice. Oh, these are lovely. Look at that, blending on there. That's
Have you not
gorgeous.
played with these before then?
Sorry?
Have you not played with these before?
No, I've used the shimmers before, but not these new colours. Not these new colours. These are lovely colours. So are these new colours? What's the deal with these new colours then, Ben? Are these on a... Have we got them all in a bundle?
Well, yeah, 8-piece collection, and you basically get 8, but by my mathematics on this deal, you are getting 3 for free. So you buy 5, you get 3 free. I said you buy 5.
You buy 5.
You get 3 free.
Right. All right.
24 quid.
Okay.
£3 a pad if you're in the club. And that is a deal, isn't it?
Nice. Very
nice.
nice.
Mate, nice.
I like it. So one more colour to get on this warm one, and then we've got to get the cool ones going. But yeah, I'm liking this a lot. Oh, look at that one.
Wow.
That is juicy, isn't it?
I'm loving the very sort of laissez-faire, you know, just going in there, not really worrying too much, just slapping the colour down and having a play.
Yeah, absolutely. Just keeping to the same angles, what I'm trying to do. Keeping to that same, like, you know, not going off that angle, so that we've got that linear thing going on, and then see what we've got. And then we'll dry that.
Woo, yes.
We'll dry that in the break and see what we've got. And that's all the warm colours there.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a play with the cool ones. Yeah, cool.
Wow. Few quick comments coming through. Pat says, I've just realised I only had a few of the opaque inks, so I've ordered those, as well as Sheena's new pens. I'm looking forward to getting them and experiment in colouring. Great buy on the opaque inks. Really lovely buy, as you said, on those. I was thinking, where's the gold Shimmer ink pads? But Ben, you gave them to Sheena literally about 2 minutes ago. And also, hello to a new viewer who's just joined us on YouTube. It is Trudy. Trudy in the UK says, it's my first time viewing. Hello, Trudy. First of all, we like to get nosy. Are you a crafter? Are you just starting? Are you experienced? And whereabouts in the UK are you? I would love to know. Anyone else as well, feel free to keep getting in touch. Any questions you want to fire our way, particularly when it comes to ink pads over the course of the next hour, we would love to hear from you. Hello, and a very warm welcome if you have just joined us. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us. We are here for the final hour of Colour Me Happy. Just a bit distracted because Willow's in the studio, just over there. We haven't got any cameras there, have we? No. Oh. Maria's just gone, thank goodness, thank goodness. We'll maybe we'll get maybe. Is she allowed to come over and say that?
Should I to me or should I bring her over to you?
Huh?
Should I bring her over to you?
I don't mind. I mean, she's your dog.
Yeah, well, I can bring her over to you.
Will she come over? Willow, come on. Bring your ballie. Come on. Come here. Willow, come. Willow, come. Willow.
Yeah, Will, come and see Uncle Ben.
Yay.
Yeah, Will, come and see Ben.
Come on.
Come and see Ben. Come on. Yeah, bring the ballie.
Willow,
Yeah, Will.
come on.
Yeah.
Where's she gone?
Will.
Willow.
Okay, come and see Ben.
Come on. Come on. Come here. Come and say hello
Come
to
here.
everybody. Come. Ready? Ready? Whoop.
Hey up. Hey.
Yay. She's so cute. Look, that camera there. Over there. There you go.
That way, Will.
There we go. Well, that way. There. Look, she's so cute.
Good girl.
Got a new ball. Is that was she get that on holiday?
No, she kind of stole it from Uncle Peter's little doggy here.
Oh, you don't
She
look
puts
like
them
a
in my
thief.
bag. If I go visiting, I have to check my bag. I have a shopping bag. She puts them in, Ben, before I leave.
Seriously?
Seriously?
She just doesn't look the type, does she?
No, she doesn't, but
I
she
mean-
she is. Yeah,
Look
she
at
makes
her.
me look bad.
Butter wouldn't melt, eh?
Yeah, really. She's, yeah, well, it's a bally, and I need him.
Oh, she's so
There you
cute. Are you going
Come
to
on
see?
then.
There you go.
Come
Off
on
to,
then.
off
Go
to
see
mummy.
Mummy. Right then.
That was cute.
There you
wasn't it?
go.
Thanks.
Good girl.
Thanks.
Well done.
Everyone's happy. She's just the cutest, honestly, the cutest dog. You should wait till you see her tricks. We should do a show where we just get Willow on and she does all of her nosies and her...
She does all her tricks.
She's not a performing monkey, true, but she is a cute dog. Hi, Willow, says Pat. And Rosalind says, just tuning in, what an adorable little pup. Yeah, Willow, says Jill. I'll tell you what, one day I'll bring in Molly, but Molly is not as well behaved, I feel, as Willow, and would run absolute riot in the studio. And she'd just round everybody up. That's the problem. So I bring her tomorrow for my birthday, you just said. Maybe not. You can make her a party hat? Okay, deal. Right, this hour we are going to be looking at all things ink pads. So, ask the questions. On the show, I can tell you, we have got opaque pigment ink pads, we've got water reactive ink pads, we have got quick dry ink pads, we have got shimmer ink pads in the gold and the silver. We've also got your colour bloom ink pads. I thought we had the duet ink pads, but I don't know if we do. We've definitely got the colour bloom. We have got loads of different stencils in there for you. We've got actually the 3D box making stencils and dies on the show for you too. We've got Sheena's Bold Butterflies, and we've got some amazing cardstock. So anything that you want to see, let us know. Sheena is up for demoing whatever you want to see demoed. If you don't fire in the requests, Sheena will just tangent.
Yeah,
If that is a thing, she'll just go like that, and then you'll be like, whoa, and she'll just do a bit more of that, and you'll be like, whoa.
Yep.
So it's kind of up to you to send Sheena in whatever direction you want her to go.
It's like when you used to watch the sheepdog trials, isn't it? Come by,
Yeah.
Sheena,
Come
come
by.
by,
Come
come by,
by. Come
come
by.
by, lass, come by. That's like what it's like. Yeah.
She's got a ball in her mouth. You say come by, she was like this.
Hey, what?
Hey? Trudy says, how much is the dog? Not for sale, unfortunately. And if she was, she'd be mine first. So much for no buying, says Beth. If it's Sheena's, it is in my cart. And there are so many comments coming through about Willow. Certainly the favourite dog here on the Crafters TV. She's so cute. Right, so let's go back to the gold shimmers, yes?
Yeah, do you want to look at the cool ones? Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. And then what I was thinking we could do, that's the one we did with the warm colours on black card. Look at how cool that looks on black card. That's just, and that's not direct from the Inkpad. That's just on black card, like from an applicator.
And now I want to say it looks like a lion's mane.
Doesn't it? Looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we can stencil on top of that. You know, the opaques will go on top of that, or these will go on top of that, stenciled. So this is about, it does look like, it's like, you know when a firework does burst and it falls to the earth? Yeah. And it's like cascading
looks
down.
More like a lion's
waterfall.
mane, though.
Yeah,
I think.
Like oh look, oh yeah, like that. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll do the same thing with the cool colours, shall we?
Yes, absolutely.
Go on then.
So Jamie's threatening to mute
will.
my mic. Can you believe that?
Of course we will. Or we could do a different application. Oh no, we'll do that then. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Or we could do a different one. Yeah, we'll do that again. So we'll do the. So now we've got the secret garden.
Secret garden.
Secret garden. I'm kind of in two minds whether to do this. No, yeah, we'll do a little bit slightly different maybe. We'll see. So I'm dragging this down. feather.
Oh, we're not playing this game now, are we? What does
Yeah,
it look
feathers.
like?
Oh, it
Nicola
does look
says
like
that
feathers,
looks like a
doesn't
parrot
it?
feather.
Cascading it down again. But the thing is, you know, the different applicators, you can get different, it looks kind of ferny, doesn't it? Or it could do waves if you imagine this application with different, so if you turned it that way and did it more swooshy, it could be waves, couldn't it? Like if you did a swirly kind
Yeah.
of effect, like this. Look, if you did it more swirly round, like this.
Yeah, it's all in.
See?
It's all in the wrist.
All in that there, look at that. Oh. Oh, it's fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
Oh, look at how it's layering. See how it's layering up as well?
Say again.
Layering up. You know what, like when it's
Oh, yeah.
drying, and then you're getting that on top of that, and then more colour again, like that. See, this is why you just start playing and seeing what you're going to get. All right, well, I'm liking that. There's the
Yeah.
first colour. So let's add a bit more.
Give it a
and see what
little
we get.
wiggle. I want to see the shimmer.
A bit
Shimmer,
more,
shimmer, shimmer.
Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer.
Ooh, look at
Oh,
that.
bling-tastic. And then we'll add this one. This looks, obviously, it's a darker, more, oh, that is lovely. That is emeraldy. Oh, I love that one.
Jill says she can see
Wowza.
Christmas trees.
Yes, that is lovely. So just play with how you're using your applicator and how it's going on there, because you will find when you're laying this down, when you're putting another layer on it, it will catch and layer and it'll build up. So you'll get a graduated kind of build up of the colour, and you'll see where the last one you put down will sit on top of the previous one. So you'll get texture with it. So that's the next one we've got on there. And let's see where we're going now with the next one after that.
Give it a wiggle.
Oh yeah, okay, let's do that. Next wiggle.
Oh, yes.
That could be flames if you did it with a warm one,
Yeah,
with that kind of thing as
absolutely.
well. It could be flames. So just thinking as you go, yeah?
I think you can achieve a lot of different effects depending on the implement that you're using to lay it down with.
Yeah, it depends on the applicator, because I think you get a different effect with this rectangular applicator than you would with the round one,
Yeah.
because you're getting points with this because it's angular. You see, you've got those pointy edges to it, where you wouldn't get that with the round one. But with this, it's leaving that that feathery, wavy, pointy, flamey kind of edge to it,
Yeah.
which is really pretty. It's a nice effect. And you don't know till you try, till you have a bit playing and experiment.
And this is what I like about this as well, the fact that there's, you know, there's no precision about this, there's no measuring about this, it's all just, like you say, have a play, whack it down, see how it looks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, yes.
And then see what you've got. And you don't really, again, like Nicola says, give it a wiggle every couple of seconds, because you can't see it until you get the light on it. And then you see what you've got, you know, so get the light over it and see what's happening. Now this one's more purpley, so this one you might see more of a definition from one colour to the next. And then we'll go back and see, look at the whole thing,
Yeah.
and see if you want to add layers to it to break it up a little bit. You might want to put purple at the bottom to sit against that lime green, but you can. And we might want to come back in this way at the top bit to blend into the bottom bit instead of going off the top. It's just your thing to play with, and you don't know till you try.
Do you think the silver shimmer ink pads would blend nicely with the gold ones? Would that be something you could do?
The silver.
The original ones that we had, yeah.
Yeah, I think they'd all play together nicely, Ben. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. That I would definitely do that. I wouldn't use anything in isolation. I'd be using them all together. Yeah, for sure.
The more the merrier.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Right now. So now, because that first layer, if you dry the first layer, right, when you put the next one on, you're going to get more intense colour.
Yeah.
So now when I put this one on, this is sitting much more, it's much brighter over that bottom part of the picture.
Yeah.
So I've got more texture again. So I'm going to just leave that there, but I could play with that a long time and get a really cool background with it by just building that up. But let me pop that to one side and then do the reveal for you. Let me dry that up, then I'll dry it with a heat tool and then show you what we've got, because it's really pretty. Those colours together, I would not do that. Get a piece of card and wet it and pick it up on your card so you're not wasting that. But let me dry this and then show you what we've got. That is really lovely, the colours on this one.
Yeah.
Forget the light on it so you can see it. And then we'll give it a wiggle and show you what we've got. There's a lot of ink on this, so it's probably going to take a bit of drying, but we'll dry it enough so you can see it.
Lots of love for it anyway already. Sherry says she sees pine trees in her backyard. Cindy says a cool background. And Mary Beth Dawes says, I'm going to use this technique with the Enchanted Ocean. I mean, it would look beautiful, wouldn't it? Look at that. Yikes.
It looks like fossils or foliage. If you did it a bit more time and made those bottom bits look bit more like waves, it looks like a cavern or like I say, like minerals or something.
Yeah. I mean, that is just immense. How many colours was that in the end then?
It was 1, 2, 3. It was 4.
4 colours.
I started with the 4 colours just at the bottom, just bringing it up.
I mean, this is just, like you say, an excuse for those people who do get a bit worried about mixed media and using, different colours of ink pads. Is literally just to have a play, lay it down, and see what you can create and just have fun with it. Because look what you can do when you're just having fun. We've got stencils now. What we're going to layer over the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that looks like underwater.
Okay.
And I think they look a bit seaweedy.
Seaweedy or seaweedy?
Seaweedy.
Seaweedy.
Really. So I think if you did a little bit of that on there.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, do it.
Could try it, couldn't we? Different colours. Let's try, see what we get.
As I've said, I know that I'm not doing it that side, but I'm very much now a guy who sort of says, just do it, whack it on. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Exactly. And you don't know till you try, do you?
Get it on there.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. And then what you could do is the tops of it, they're kind of like blunt, and your seaweed's going to be a bit more. Yeah, that looks cool, liking it. Right. So if you go, start with it. So what I'm thinking is this is pretty light, this green at the bottom. So I've gone with the darker blue to show up against that. But
that works really well.
Yeah, it's working, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll just pop a little, keep going on that. And you know what, the opaque would work well on this as well. Mm-hmm. So this is what I would do at home. This would be me playing with the ink pads. Exactly this. So, when people think you just automatically come up with something, you start something, you see what's happening, and then you think, I wonder, and then you have a go, and then that's exactly what you do. And if it works, you go, yay, okay, that worked, great. It's a suspicion till you give it a try, and then you go, yeah, okay.
I almost feel like now I'm seeing like the bottom of the ocean bed at the top is like,
exactly.
I don't know whether that's the sun or what, coming down through.
Yeah, exactly. So you could have like rays coming down here, some lighter areas, couldn't you, coming through? So it looks like the sun would be shining through that.
Yeah.
So that would be where you'd need like, maybe, right, hang on, bear with. We did have a sun ray one, didn't we?
A sun ray, yeah, we did. Have I got it this side?
I don't know if we've got the stencil. I can't see it. We did have one.
Oh, hang on. Have I got it in here?
Oh, I've just dropped everything underneath the counter. No harm, no foul. Don't worry. I'm fine.
I've got. You can have one out of my packet. Do you want this one?
That's what. Yes, that
would
probably work. Yeah.
That's £5, but no, come in. Yes. Hello. Oh, I'm only walking across the studio.
Yeah, you tell him, Will.
Yeah.
What's happening? Whoa, hey.
She's turned into a guard dog.
That there might work. I wonder if we could full bleach these. That would be super cool. Right, let's see. Oh, I haven't got any of those wipes. You know those wipes that are normally here?
Wipes.
They're always here.
I can get you some wipes.
The yellow packet wipes that are always there.
Wipes.
And not there. But I think Ben's gone to look for them.
Here we go.
I could try.
Anti-back wipes. I normally do run. I know. I've been doing a lot of running. I was playing cricket this weekend, so my legs are a bit sore.
My hips killing Ben.
Are they?
I think it's an ink. Yeah, she's just again, listen. Willow's like,
She's barking
seriously,
every
Willow,
time I walk
every
across.
time you-
It's not your studio, Mrs.
seriously, Willow, you're the guest, honestly.
She's like,
Like,
stop
what?
walking. I'm not winding off. I'm just
What?
walking around the studio.
Willow's like supervising.
She's like, this is my studio. How dare you walk
Yeah,
across it?
really.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Yes, I shall get security in a minute.
I don't think they're going to fall. Oh, it's a lot of ink on this, Ben.
Is
We'll
that?
maybe here sometime. Yeah, we may have to then go over with the opaque ink, right? So that might be the option rather than the full bleach. Because look, it's just darkening it.
Well, that's good because we've got the opaque ink pads, of course.
We've got
as
the
well, haven't
opaque
we?
ink
So-
pads. That'll be the next option.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so we've got opaque. We're
Yeah.
good, okay? Opaque ink pads. Let's hope we have a yellowy... Oh, we've got a green. We've got a lime green.
We've got the, yeah.
We've got a lime green. We've got pale blue. Oh, straw bale.
Straw bales in there.
Straw bale. Let's see what we get. Now, they don't kind of fade out, right? Which is what we kind of want. Would be a fade out thing. Right, you know what? Why can I not match that up there? That's extreme. Ah, hang on.
There you go.
Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, can you tell I'm not the puzzle person? Right, we're
That'll
good.
do it.
Okay, that'll do it. And I need a little applicator. I am back. These-
Whilst you're grabbing that, Rosalind says, this reminds me of vegetation at the bottom of murky water. That's what
Yes.
producer Nicola said. A swamp,
A swamp.
or the Everglades, yeah.
I do not think the opaque's even going to do this here.
No.
Nah, it's on too much ink underneath it. I think we've put too much. We've gone too far, Ben.
Yeah.
We've
It's a
gone
bridge
just
too far.
Yeah, we've just gone that little bit too far.
We could start another project though.
There's got to be another. No, there is a way around it because we could go with. I'll tell you what we could do.
What?
White pen. White pen.
From your
White
new
pen.
collection.
White pen. There's always that option. Okay. White pen. Put it back. We might be here. Suppose we're here all night, okay? I'm sure that'll be fine with everyone. We will get it done.
You could add some colourful little fish, says Kay. You could. And actually Susie has just suggested, what about whitewashing with the water pen? And with the
Yeah.
water pen, the white pen. I've got water on the brain here.
The water, well, yeah, I tried that. I tried the full bleaching, but it wasn't having it. It was just too much ink on there. But by using the white pen, which is basically acrylic, and will dry, should dry waterproof, it should make it like an undercoat, an underpainting. So again, Sheena Shaders, baby.
Sheena Shaders,
Shaders might come to
baby!
the rescue. So let's try popping a little bit more of that on. Now I'm using quite a bit of ink out of that, but it's actually not as much as you think. So you could take your time and be a bit more careful with this, but I am trying to get as much as I can.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what we've got with this and then see if we can fade that out as well a bit. So we've got some, we've got some rays coming off there,
Yes.
which we can then, oh, again, here we go with that. Oh, it's not that difficult, is it really? Try the colour on top of now. That should just maybe give it a little bit of a hint of colour. I think that ink pad might be quite dry.
Is it?
Right, I'm giving up on that ink pad.
Okay.
Let's try the pale green. Oh, we might be here. Yes!
Here we go.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah.
Right. That was a dryish ink pad. We've gone back to Shimmer with the light green. And you know what? I probably would have been okay without the thingy underneath that. So now we've got that there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just drag that out.
Yeah, I quite like that actually.
Because it just needs to...
Be a bit more.
Yeah, it's got that edge that we
Yeah.
don't want.
Sort of look a little bit more sort of searchlighty.
Yes, yes.
Someone's escaped. Get the guard dog. We need an alligator, says Paw Print times 4, along with, I don't know what this word is, cicadas. Cicada. What is it? A loud bug. Oh, like a cricket, like a grasshopper.
Yes.
Oh, a cicada. What sort of noise do they make then? Okay. And Cindy DeCondia has just messaged saying shark. There's something. There's definitely something lurking in the murky
Oh,
waters.
Hotel California.
Hey,
Hotel California. They sing about them in Hotel California, don't they?
what sharks?
No, cicadas, don't they?
I don't know. Do they?
Yeah. With the sound
they say
of
the word cicada
cicadas, don't they?
in
the
Hotel
air.
California.
That looks more like it's, oh, you know what? Now it's just gone like War of the Worlds. We look like we're being invaded. Seriously?
I like it.
I
don't like the
know
noise that
about
they're
that
playing in my ear now. Are you hearing
now
that,
it's
Sheena?
just gone.
They're playing cicada sound effects in my ear.
Yeah, no, that is like, that ain't working there. No,
No.
I'm not feeling the love there,
Hey,
Ben.
but what's the worst thing that's going to happen now, Sheena?
We're going to stencil over it, or we're going to turn it over and start on another piece of paper. That is like, yeah. You know what? Worst case scenario, we'll put some over the top
Yeah.
and we'll not see it. We'll put a nice bonny pattern over it and that'll be fabulous. Circles or something. Or we'll just put it to one side and
Yeah.
pretend it didn't happen. Yeah. Better. We'll do that one now. Let's not talk of that one anymore.
Well, at least we tried it. At least we tried it.
It was going well until we tried the sun rays. I like the, you know what went well? Right, let's talk about it. Let's have a meeting here. This went well. I like the things at the bottom.
I do.
The rays just didn't
The
work.
stencil that you did as well was nice at the bottom.
Yeah,
Actually, when you turn it up a bit more,
yeah,
No.
that was a bit like, yeah, it didn't, the stent, yeah. The reason being it was like a solid, it stopped. We needed a bigger one that would extend across the whole thing that it could fade out.
Angela, you've just absolutely read my mind. And hold that up again. They're the one that you don't like. She's just said it now looks like a forest with big leaves and fronds. So, do you know what I mean?
Tropical forest.
Like a tropical forest. So, like
Right.
you're in there on those big leaves.
So big leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't got any big leaves. We've got this kind of swirly leaf here. We could,
Which one?
but I think that we've got that much colour on it. It's going to be one of those ones. Yeah, you see the stencil. We need bigger stencils.
You could do like the water running off the big leaves,
yeah.
couldn't you?
I think if we continue with that, we're going to get ourselves into more.
Okay, shall we?
We could come
Call
back
it a
to it.
day.
I tell you what, I'm going to park that, and that's going to be it. Let's revisit it later
Okay,
and make it something wonderful.
yeah,
Do
cool.
you think?
Yeah, let's do that later. Cool. Right, next. Water, oh, hello. Water reactive ink pads. I'm being told. Let's show you all the star buys. Quick dry ink pads, they're a star buy. I think. So many ink pads, so little time. If you've got any questions, then fire them in. We want more questions, please. Rosalind says cicadas, although Susie says the first C is pronounced like an S, so cicadas or cicadas. He did a brilliant song, didn't he, back in the 80s? John Cicada.
Ah,
Just Another Day, didn't he? He did. Cicadas, just another day. Cicadas are the most horrid looking bugs. They're supposed to come around every 17 years, but a few of them forgot because we still see them sporadically throughout the spring and summer. We don't get them in this country then, no? No. Definitely a rainforest now, says Angela. And Paw Print says, they are a large, hard-shelled bug with big eyes.
ew.
This is a special year, as the 14 year, the 17 year, and the annual will all be out this summer. I don't know what that means, but it sounds terrifying. The 14 year, the 17 year, and the annual will all be out at this summer. Is that different kinds of cicada? They getting together for some kind of big cicada party or something. Right, next, water reactive. Are we going to play with these in a second, yeah?
Sure.
So, well, let me show you all the colours you've got in your water reactive. So it does exactly what it says on the box. Again, blend, distress, but you know, get your water in with these to do all of your water techniques. Colour-wise, green topaz, smoked emerald, smoke plume, spring meadow. Ooh, she's frosty. Anthracite, twilight grey, spar blue, damson wine, oasis, straw bale, and then your noir black. So you're getting 12 ink pads there. It's like you're getting 5 for free within that bundle, £32 or $48. And if you want to quickly have a look at the quick dries, stock up on these. These again, great for when you want that crisp, clean stamp. Great for your sentiments. Great for your stamped images. And great when you love to do like your layering stamps as well. You have got Misty Morning, Lagoon, Bordeaux, Damson Wine, Straw Bale, Plum Jam, Ocean Blue, Baby Blue, nice selection of colours here actually, Oasis, Twilight Grey, Seal Brown, and lastly is your Spring Meadow. All those 12 colours, same deal that you had on your water reactives, and the fact that you're getting for 5 for free pretty much within that bundle. A few quick comments and we'll go for a break, and we'll come back with some final few bits of inspiration from Sheena. Stephanie says, dogs like to eat cicadas, eat them, and the noise column is deafening. And Sherry Miller says, we get cicadas, and it's like a loud electric sound you can't escape. They live underground and come up to scare us.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie. Oh, they don't look. No, I don't like the look of those, thank you. Don't come to the UK. No, they look a bit scary. Right, thank you, Stephanie, for your question. I've just seen that. We will answer that. Plus, we'll have more fun and more play with Sheena after we've heard from the Hottie Scotty.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat. Then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it and experience it and try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great. And if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yoghurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes this. Nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
There's lots of bug chat coming through. Anne says they don't do anything bad. There are just so many of them and they make a really loud noise. Apparently only one gender makes the noise. I forgot which. I bet I know. Just imagine the noise if all of them were doing it. They are edible, which is something the news people seem to be fond of pointing out. Oh, edible! I suppose all bugs are kind of edible, yeah. My grandkids love to pick the exoskeletons off the trees and collect them. Found a whole bowl in my kitchen once. I don't even... and a couple of questions. Let's get back to talking about craft. A couple of questions, Sheena.
Yes?
What ink gives you the best result on acetate, in your opinion?
Well, on acetate's plastic, so you need a really a quick dry in. Usually a solvent ink or an alcoholic is the best on acetate.
Okay.
That you can dry immediately, and yeah, waterproofing.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it. You can usually get away with maybe. I've used an opaque ink on acetate before if you put embossing powder on it. And so it has to be a heat-resistant acetate. So if you stamp on it, use your anti-static bag, stamp on it, put your clear embossing powder on it, take away all the excess, of course, just stuff, and heat set it. Then you can get away with it like that as well.
And also a question which asks, what is the best, this is from Carol Shaw, what is the best for heat embossing or blending for backgrounds? Right,
heat embossing, the opaque ink pads are great for heat embossing. They stay wet longer, and they're thicker ink which holds the embossing powder really well. Sorry, you got hiccups. Yeah.
Love those. Any more? Fire them in.
Blending, we didn't say blending, did we? We didn't do the blending. Blending. I always like the water reactive.
But you can blend with...
And you can blend with the opaques as well. I'm liking them for blending too. Yeah, great, both of them.
Either or. Any more questions, get them in, and we will answer them for you over the course of the final half hour, or less than that, 25 minutes. We did just want to, before we go as well, touch on today's launch, which you guys have been snapping up, a little bit quirky stamp set. You're going to get your 4 stamp sets, which we can go through with Sheena again in just a little while, but the full collection you're getting alongside your Sheena shaders, £32 or $44 is the price on that. So if you do want to jump in and grab that showstopper, you can. There are there are lots of you who bought your showstopper and then jumped in and bought more of the shaders as well. So it's entirely up to you. If you just decide that you want to pick maybe a couple of the images and go for the pens, or if you just want the pens on their own, you've got all of the available options as individual items, but the value for money is in that showstopper. So I can see you using our magnetic stamping platform. What are you going to stamp?
Well, I've got the little shop because, I mean, you know, We like a shop, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
And I like the post box. I think that's really cute. So I've got the watercolour card there, because that's important, watercolour card. I've got my Finesse waterproof dye ink here, and I've got it in Flagstone. And I'm just going to ink this up. And I've also been told I'm the noisiest inker, stamper ever. But I just like to make sure that it's inked up properly. So I'm inking that up well. And the good thing is that even if you miss a bit, you know, you can either over stamp it again with the repositionable,
Yeah.
or you can fill bits in with one of your fine liners, your art liners pen.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, so, you know, it's all good. So let's see what we've got there. And we'll stamp that thus. And these are photopolymer as well, so they're really going to hold all that detail that I've drawn in there for you really well. They shouldn't squish and give you a double impression, and they're going to last because they're robust material. Yep, that's great.
That is perfect.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Perfect first time, which is what we like. So that's sorted. Pop that to one side. Yeah, the mess continues.
Yeah,
Whoa.
look at that shot.
Isn't it lovely? Look what I made. Oh,
It's an organised mess, though, Sheena.
beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. So
Even
we've got
Willow's
that
looking
there.
your way now, she can't believe it.
So what I've got now is I've got the shader. So this is the next bit of the whole thing. We're going to use these to create that tonal value. We're going to just put the shading down and then not have to worry about it. We're just going to put a wash of colour on it and have fun with it. So I'm going to make the building a warmer kind of Cotswoldy stone.
Yes.
So I'm going to use the brown grey shader,
Okay.
and I'm going to go straight in with the darker one. I'm going to go be really brave and say, right, I'm going to make that really dark shadow underneath the eaves here and go for it like that. And that's pretty bold there, but that's all right. It looks really strong at the minute, but because I've got nothing else on there that's that strong and definite, but that's all right. And I'm going to use a little bit lighter pressure because of this brush nib. I can get a little bit of a finer line down the side of that that drain pipe, which is great. So underneath there, that eave underneath there is good. I can even say, let's make that underneath that little post box dark, and even underneath this little wibbly wobbly pavement I've got going on here. We can make that darker and give the whole thing a little bit of a platform. Let's say, because you can see in the doorway, I've done a lot of cross hatching, so you know that's really dark there. And then I'm going to move to the next one and make the doorway just that little bit lighter. So already we've got some kind of variation going on. I'm going to use the mid one at the side of this post box. So we're going to say right around here is a little bit darker, and underneath there where it's like going to cast a shadow. Inside here, you can either do it the paler one or the darker one. It doesn't matter. There's nothing carved in stone. It's up to you how dramatic. You know, back in the day, you used to, like on your TVs, people used to love to change the colour. Right, you know, turn the colour up, turn the colour up. Remember?
Yeah.
And then people they'd love to play around with the contrast. Oh, my parents used to be doing that all the time. Adjust the contrast, adjust the colour. We don't do that as much now. You've got like the settings, haven't you?
You don't ever touch them, do you? I used to use to have all the different knobs, didn't you? For like the brightness, the contrast.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, we don't do it now, but back in the day you used to, and that's what you're doing with this. It's like, if you want to adjust the contrast, we do it on your phones more now with your photographs, you know, when you're on like my phone, you know, you can take the contrast right up or take it down or let it do it for you automatically. But if you want to play around with it and like have the contrast really high, then go with the really darker tones and be bold with it. And that's great too. So just have a little play and go bold.
And just to describe again, so the three pens that you've got in here, so obviously you're working with the brown grey shade.
Brown
so
grey
you say,
one, Ben.
So these are if you're going for more brighter colours, your
These
bolder
are for
colours.
the warmer colours. So
Warmer,
if you're thinking
yeah.
of like a sandy stone colour, any warm kind of yellows or browns or reds, use the warm grey. If you're going for blues or purples or cooler tones, use the blue grey.
Yeah.
And then if you're using foliage, there's a green one for that as well. So you've got a light, a medium and a dark, all in one pen. And I've picked these out of loads of colours for you, the ones that would work, because there are some that are too dark and there's some that are too light. And so I did try them all as underpainting colours for you. So I did, I went through a lot of these for you to try them out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and look and see, well, I might make, I used to pick the wrong pen up there. You can see I had the blue one in my hand. So but the good thing is, because the alcohol pens, usually you can kind of like go over and the alcohol will cover over whatever's on there. So that's the good thing. We don't want to go over the top and colour the whole thing in like we would with an alcohol pen.
Yeah.
That's not the point of these. We're not colouring in like a regular alcohol pen, or you might as well just do alcohol pen colouring. All we're doing is we're using these for the shadows. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you've then gone on and coloured a lot of them in, but actually with the work that you're doing now just with your shaders, you've actually got a really nice finished project without the added colour sometimes as well, haven't you? Depends what look you're going for, I suppose.
Absolutely. I mean, you could stop there. It looks really good, just like this. I'd be happy with that. What you could do as well, Ben, is use the lighter colour to just pick out some of these little bricks as well. And it just makes it look a bit more interesting for when you put a wash on it, so that you don't have to, go ahead and paint individual bricks on there, but it just makes them look a bit more, highlights them, gives it a little bit of texture. Where it's darker, you might want to go and use the darker tone to pick out, to make those ones look darker again. You see in here, though, because we used a darker tone in there, use the darker grey so that those bricks show up in that area. Then we can move on to the blue grey, and use, if you're going to do a bluer tone on the roof, a grey, maybe a grey blue, or we can use the grey tone on that area. And on the windows, maybe you just want to do the whole window, block it in with that.
That's really cool.
Just make it quick and easy. You don't have to worry about, colouring those in at all, and you're done. May want to go for a bit more drama and do some of those little leads, the odd dot, where it looks like they're all a little bit higgledy-piggledy, those individual frames of panes of glass when they're older. And we're almost done there. I think we're just about ready to put some colour on. That's as much
Even
as
like
you
that,
need.
as I say, it's really jumped off the page just by adding those sort of levels of detail.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you just pop your colour on. So then you can use anything. We've got colours here that we can use. Let's use some sandstone. That's a really nice like a good stony colour to start with. But the fun thing is adding some bright colours in amongst that. We'll add some pink tulip to it. Why not? A little bit of splash. I would use a brighter pink than that, to be honest. I'd pop a little bit of the shimmer colour in there as well.
Yeah.
If there was a bright kind of a more vibrant pink, I'd pop that in.
Like from the shimmers, isn't there a... Oh no, I'm thinking of the... what ones have I got? Isn't there a flaming pink? There's this... I'll tell you what. I've got the silvers over here though. Isn't there some like vibrant colours in here we could use?
I haven't got a bright pink. I've got a flame pink here. We can pop a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It's like we'll pop a little bit of that in. Let's just go for it, Ben.
Yeah.
Let's pop a little bit of these. What's this one? This is the golden honey. Let's just, why not? Because we can.
Exactly.
Pops of colour. The last one of the day, and let's face it, whatever we do, let's hope it can't look as bad as the green thing that we did.
It didn't look that bad. It
wasn't that bad. It was lovely. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous it was.
Gorgeous it was.
Beautiful. So, right, what I'm going to do is let's just pop some water on all the bits I'm going to colour in to start with. So just water. And that means that any colour I put on there will already be diluted, because I don't want to put the paint on that thickly that I'm going to cover up all that lovely grey kind of shading that I've put on there. Or what's the point if I put it on that thick? I've kind of wasted my time, haven't I? It's a watercolour wash I want to put over this. So, and you know what? This paint is opaque. That's the bother with this. So I'm really going to have to water it down. So I need to be aware of that when I'm putting this on. So it has to be super thin.
Yeah.
So literally I'm putting just the tiniest amount of colour on this, just to give it a little splash of interest.
And also, just whilst you're colouring, Lynn has come on, and then I guess a good question. So she says, how come we can use alcohol pens and then use aqua and then not be a mess?
How can I use alcohol pens, then use the aquas and not be a mess? I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I think it's the watercolour card just absorbs it. Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems to work fine. And I'm fine with that, as long as it's playing nice. You know, but I did try it out before we brought these to you. We tried the different ink pads, because that was my quandary, was like, what do? You know, which one's going to work? How are we going to make this happen? Because, you know, the two shouldn't meet, kind of thing.
The two should never meet.
Never meet. Like, don't cross the streams. But,
back to Ghostbusters again.
But we found that with playing with it, that it was fine. So, yeah. So we did. I tried them out, believe me, before we did this, so knew it was all good. But can you see how just those little splashes of colour here and there just adds a bit more interest, doesn't it? Than
I
just
really
that
love. What is that colour? Flaming pink, did you say?
Yeah.
I think it really works.
Isn't it? Flame pink, yeah, and a little bit of that, the golden honey.
Honey.
Yeah. And again, keep it pale, keep it nice and watercolour-y wash, and you can just build it up a little bit if you want here and there, just so it's a bit brighter, but don't go full colour to start with. And then this pinky colour, maybe you want to do your letterbox.
Oh, yes.
A little bit more definite like that, and give it a bit more of a pop and give it a highlight, so don't cover the whole thing. So we've got that pop there. And then your bunting, we'll use some of that for some of the buntings, because we want some of that more vibrant, don't we? Like this. We could use a bit more of a, let's try a blue and another colour there. So can you see how this is the way I would be playing with the ink pads anyway, is just using what's there and mixing them up.
Yeah.
Not worrying about it. We'll use that yellow. Just the tiniest amount is all you need, and don't dilute it for your bunting. So use your brush almost dry, and it won't run away from you, and the colour will be much more vibrant and intense. So we've got that done. I think we are almost there. We've got a little bit of colour on these chimney pots.
Okay. I think it's lovely that we've got all the bundles today, and if you're set on, you know, a particular type of ink pad, then of course you can save, you know, lots of money with the star buy deals that we've got. But actually, if you like the idea of, you know, using different ink pads like, you know, Sheena's doing here, bringing in some of your Shimmer ink pads together, maybe crossing those over with the pigments, however you want to do it, there's options available for you. And of course you can buy individual ink pads as well. So just see what works best for you, I think, really. But what I would be saying is that you can pick up these stamps. They're so much fun, aren't they? The little bit quirky stamps. And of course, you're then going to get your shaders in there as well. And I think if you go back, watch the earlier part of this show, watch the launch as well, you're going to find out that the shaders are going to be your new best friend, I think, really, those new shader pens. Not new colours as such, but obviously new configurations. And I think there will be pens that you have by your side forever. If you do want to watch the earlier show, by the way, it is on straight after this on CTV 24/7. Sarah says, I love these new stamps. Sheena, these are so useful for many occasions. They are actually, aren't they? 4 fantastic stamps. So I know we talked about the church quite a lot being useful for, you know, christenings and birthdays and all those kind of things. But actually, all of the different buildings that you've got within this set, you can work them in, I think, for lots of different occasions, lots of different seasons as well, just changing your colours up, aren't you, I guess?
Absolutely. Add a bit of snow to all of them, and you've got Christmas cards as well.
Yeah.
And they're great for, like, you know, male, female, young and old as well, which is nice because you don't always, you know, find that. The cards for blokes as well are not that easy to find all the time. So we've got that little, we've popped a little bit of blue in the sky, we've got that there, and then it's up to you if you want to add a little bit of a highlight as well, Ben, to that, which is in the white pen, which would be, if you can find it, it's like this, where it's pantomime, okay? Think of pantomime
It's
as a kid.
behind you.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is. I would come over and help you, but I'll probably get barked at again.
Seriously, having a clue.
I'm going to risk
Can't
it.
even
I'm going to
see
risk it. I'm coming over Just ignore the dog.
Is it here?
That's fine.
Is it there? It's got to be here somewhere. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ah, got it. Na, 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 na.
It was literally right.
No, right there.
What a mess you've made. Look at.
Isn't it lovely?
I mean, like, you can't appreciate the chaos
Yeah,
until you
isn't
come
it?
up and
Yeah.
see it up close and personal.
It's lovely.
You've had a good day, haven't you?
Beautiful, yeah, lovely day. We'll go
Yeah.
back with pink. If you look,
Yeah.
see, that's,
Yeah.
that's like.
There you go.
What are
Lovely.
you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, lovely.
So funny.
Lovely. I had a lovely day. Yeah. So we've put a little bit of white.
Just by the time they've cleaned up your mess, it will be Wednesday and you'll be back in again.
Absolutely. I bet Tracy dreads me coming in. Oh no. Like, oh, great, it's back.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh,
We normally
hi,
get a
Sheena.
week in between times, but not this week.
Good to
48
see you,
hours.
Sheena. Yeah, great. Oh, and she's back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hurrah.
Back in your usual slot.
Yeah, yeah, I know, seriously, it'll be the only day that I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you could do that, and then you can add a bit, like, there's little bits of colour if you want here and there, a little bit of pink. Trouble is, you've got to be careful, because sometimes it looks a little bit like you've had a bit of an accident if you use pink and stuff like that in the wrong way. Certain colours work, certain colours don't, but yeah.
Well, a lot of people loving your colours here. Cindy says, love the house, fabulous colours, wonderful show, says Sherry. Linnae's just saying, question, would you or could you use the church as a sympathy card, do you think?
Yeah, yeah, you know, it's quirky. Depends who you're sending it to, I suppose, doesn't it? Yeah.
I think it's definitely an option for you. And thank you to Carol, who's been in touch, just saying beautiful. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Are we done with the house then? The shop?
I'm done with the house, yeah. House is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful. Should we have one final look at the, I think, have you got the boards? Or samples? We'll finish and have a look at the samples. Don't forget, just while Sheena finds those amongst the melee over there, you can get the full showstopper. It is everything, right? So it's all 4 of the stamp sets within that bundle. And of course, you're going to get your Sheena shaders in there too. So your 3 pens plus your opaque white marker too. So all of that within the bundle. You buy it in one click and it basically works out just a little bit cheaper for you as well. You've got your 10% saving plus your extra discount if you're within Club Inspire. That is 20% off, of course, if you're platinum, giving you a price of just £32 or $44. If you do want to pick and choose, then you can. I think a lot of people have gone showstoppers today and then added in more of those shaders because, as I say, I really do think, having seen what we've seen today, they are going to become your new best friend. Final 3 or 4 minutes then. Let's a few comments, then we'll have a look at some finished samples. Susan says, a big thank you to Sheena for a brilliant show. I have learned so much today. Thank you to Ben and everyone at Crafters TV. It's been fantastic. Willow, says Susan, you are the cutest. Aww. Everyone, please enjoy the rest of your day, evening. Take care. That's from Susan. Thank you, Susan. And Sheena is having so much fun, says Sarah. She always does, see, when she comes around the studio. And lots of love for that last project as well. A lot of people saying that house, really, really beautiful. Shall we? She's trying to tidy up. Trying to make it less messy.
I know, I'm trying to, because I literally have water reactive. They're all, there's everywhere. So it's like a big puzzle. Should we look at some samples?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I've got them on the overhead. Is that all right? Yeah, there you go. Cheers.
Look at that.
There you go, the pub.
Yes.
I love that because it is that traditional old-fashioned pub, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that one that, like you say, in the neighbourhood. Might not be there anymore, but you remember the good times. Yeah.
Aww.
Aww. And then we've got the cottage there that is like a little bit quirky. It's very, very quirky.
Yeah. I love
It
the
is-
background on that again as well.
Sorry?
Beautiful background.
Background, isn't it lovely? Yeah, that's Julie's. I think it's Julie's, and it looks like it could be something like from the Shire, from a wizardy place, and then a different approach on the shop there that Lily's created, and again on craft cards. So whatever you like to colour in with, you know, they're going to work. A little bit of decoupage, very cool.
It's the pub at night time.
Pub at night time, yeah, and again that little quirky with it coloured in like blossom.
That's very pretty. Yeah.
What about that one at night time?
Oh, this is the
look at that.
the disco pub.
They have an absolute party.
That's New Year's
in there.
Eve, isn't it?
Eh?
New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, definitely. Look at the reflection on the outside. Look at this,
Yeah.
the puddles. I love that. Who's doing that? That's Julie. I love it, Julie. Yeah, Julie. If that's your local, you're having a great time there. And then lovely again, Julie, with the sky there, extended with a pretty.
That is very
Look at the
pretty.
background on this one. Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's Deborah's with a bit of ink and splattered a bit of gold pen and things in the background. Very nice. Beautiful.
Oh,
glowing.
wow. Beautiful warm colours.
Yeah, warm, happy. But you know what? You can see how the shaders have been used on all of these. Look at the shading on there, the definition, and again on the church. Very pretty. Many congrats on your special day.
Oh, I love the colour used there.
Yeah,
That is funky.
funky, isn't it? And then many congrats on your special day. There you go.
Fab.
Monochrome.
I mean, the amount of different samples you're showing here, you'd be forgiven for thinking that there could be a lot more stamps. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways of using them. You'd
They
think
look
that
so
these are all
different, don't
different.
they?
Yeah.
Different treatment. I love that with a negative space and there's that picture on the bottom. I think that's really pretty. That's lovely. Linda Hill. Very nice. Yeah, here's to you. And then we've got a different cheers one here.
Oh, cool.
I'm singing the thing in my head every time I say that.
You wanna go? What's the tune? I can't think of it.
Yes, no, yeah, making your way in the world today takes everything you got. That one, yeah. I like
Ooh.
Gnome. Did you ever watch it?
It was a bit before. Well, no, I say it was a bit before my time. It wasn't, but I wasn't really old enough to watch it, if you know what I mean. So I've sort of caught episodes
Yeah.
over the years, but I wouldn't say it's one I'm very well versed on.
I watched some of them, few of them, but I loved Frasier, the spin-off. Oh, I just love Frasier. Yeah.
There's a new. Is Nicholas Lyndhurst in the new one?
There's a new one, and I am so looking, but I'm scared to watch it in case it's not as good
Oh yeah.
as the other ones were. You know, when you get disappointed, but I am going to watch it. Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for all the lovely comments from the day today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the shows, you picked up the deals. Paul Prince ×4 says the shop is so cleverly quirky and detailed. I'm looking forward to playing with the stamps. Rosalind says all of the samples are amazing. Love the samples too, says Sherry. Those Inkoids know what they're doing. Yeah. Stephanie says beautiful, and Lynn says lovely samples. Thank you, Sheena, for another fabulous day. So, well, not long to wait because you're back in just
I'm
a
on
few
Wednesday.
hours.
Yeah, in the field for another day.
Yep.
And then back on Wednesday, and then we'll see what the house looks like. Yeah, I've forgotten what it
Yeah,
looks
you
like.
might not even be able to find your way home.
Rooms and everything, and like, yeah.
It'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Wow.
All mod cons.
Oh my cons, yeah, dishwashers and
Yeah.
full proper beds and bathrooms, and wow.
Well, we look forward to seeing you Wednesday.
Yeah.
I will, of course, see you tomorrow, where the fish is back in town. We've got a brand new launch coming your way tomorrow, which is very, very exciting. It is the new special. I can tell you guys know. It's the new My Special Papers box coming your way, box number 2. So that's really exciting. And then, are we back to normal launch party tomorrow? Oh, thank goodness for that. That we're just getting back to where we were before. So all the shows are kind of slotting back to where they should be. Sheena's slotting back into her day. So we're all back to kind of what we're used to. And then what's that? Oh, changing the schedule on Wednesday. Just when you thought things were getting back to normal. No, new schedule starts on Wednesday, of course. You can find out more details about that online. Thank you to the whole team. What a great day. Thank you so much to Sheena, Susie, Rachel, Nicola, Jamie, Jake, and you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.